Why you join the army?
The girls.
Why you join the army?
For the women.
Why you join the army?
Money.
Hey, sorry, why you join the army?
Money, money, money.
Why you join the army?
For a paycheck.
Hey, what's up, guys? Your boy Big Bro Dre, and I'm back with another one, man. And in today's video, I'll be talking about pros and cons to joining the military right now in 2022. If y'all don't know, I have a very small audience. So, like, my audience only about 3,000 supporters, right? And some change. But about 2 times a week, I get an email from somebody asking about pros and cons of joining, or like if they should join right now in 2022, or if it's a bad time to join. So I'm gonna just give you guys a quick little video about the pros and cons, kind of off the dome. I ain't even gonna do that much research, but I did watch a couple YouTube videos from other people just to remind myself what the pros were, because during them hard days, you kind of forget what the actual pros are from being in the military. You always gonna remember the cons, but you forget what the pros are. So I'm probably just gonna talk about it on my way to get this damn haircut. Let's get to the video. All right, guys. So I love what I do. So of course I'm gonna start with the pros, man, because I do enjoy what I do. A lot of people are against military service, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. Joining the military did a lot for me. I had some opportunities coming up, but I ain't really take advantage of them. And I ain't gonna say like the military was like a last resort, because that ain't the case, but it was something that I wouldn't think about when I was in high school. But when I found out all the opportunities that it had to offer, it kind of was a no-brainer for me. So that's how it kind of worked out for me. So I'm gonna start with the pros, man. One of the big pros that I always think about, especially for young people having no experience, is the pay. So like, I don't have the numbers right off the top of my head, but coming out of high school, no experience, sometimes with a GED, you could join the army or the military. I'm gonna say the military because all branches, they pay the same based on rank. So you could join, right? And you could have no experience, and you could start off making like 30,000, and that's no experience. That's like nothing, 30, 40,000. Depending on inflation and all that. I don't really know all the rates right off the top of my head. I have to go look it up. But y'all can look that up too. All you gotta do is Google Army pay charts or military pay charts, and it'll show you right there. So the pay is probably one of the biggest ones because it don't require you to have no experience. And a lot of jobs, when you first sign up for them, they're gonna require you to have some type of degree or some certifications or something like that. But this job don't require you to have no experience. So I'm gonna say the pay is probably one of the biggest pros, just because you don't need experience to join no military service, depending on what you're trying to do. So the next pro is probably, it coincides with pay. It's paid vacation. So paid vacation in the military is called leave. When you go on leave, like each month you earn 2.5 days of pretty much paid vacation every month. And that means when you off, you pretty much, you get paid for the time that you off. A lot of jobs don't do that for you. So that's one of the big pros of joining the military service. With that said, you also get a lot of weekends off. Now, if you deploy, obviously you ain't gonna have weekends off. But if it's like just some regular stuff, like a regular weekend, you know what I'm saying, you working, you gonna get the weekend off, so you ain't really gotta worry about working, but you still getting paid. So that's one of the pros of military service, paid vacation. Another pro is pretty much housing costs. So if you marry, of course, you got a family or whatever, you're gonna get what's called BAH. That's basic allowance of basic housing allowance, right? So they pretty much gonna pay you what the going rate is for housing based on your rank or whatever. So where you should live based on your rank. If you ain't married, you don't have no dependents, then they gonna give you they're not gonna give you BAH, but they gonna put you in like barracks or whatever. And the barracks don't be bad; they be all right. So that's a pretty good pro of joining. Like I'm not gonna lie, the barracks don't really be all that, but they decent enough to where you can live in them, and you're not gonna feel homeless, or you're not gonna feel like you living in a hole or something. So that's good. That's a good reason to join. A good pro to join. Another pro, and I probably should have put this one first, is them doggone discounts, man.
Yeah.
So, military discounts be like the best. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I almost missed this turn. They be like the best, and the reason they are is because they damn near everywhere. Almost everywhere that you go, you can find a military discount. Like I ordered some shoes for my I ordered some shoes for my daughter off of Foot Locker. And Foot Locker give you 20% off of whatever your whole total order. So if you order a $200 pair of Jordans, they're gonna give you 20% off. So that's like $40 off, I think. Don't get me twisted on the math. I ain't do it. I just did it in my head. So I went to somewhere else. I think I went to McDonald's or somewhere in the States, and you get a discount for that. Even at the airport, when you go, like sometimes they make you pay for your bags. Well, if you're military, you get free bags, and if you on military orders, you get like up to 5 free bags. So that's like, I think it's like $100 a bag if you're not, depending on the airline. Like I think Delta might be a little cheaper, maybe 50. But one of the big pros of military service is all the military discounts they give you. So I take advantage of those. Like sometimes when I rent a car, I get a discount on military discounts. Sometimes when I can't think of nothing that I do where I don't get a military discount. Almost everything, every aspect of your life, you could get some sort of military discount just for being in the military. Even if it's active or reserve National Guard, you don't even have to be active and you still get the discount. So that's a big pro that I use a lot. So one of the cons I can think of right off the top of my head is that you gotta go through the military to ask permission to do anything you want to do. You don't really control your own life. And I could think of that one off the top of my head because a couple weeks ago I wanted to go to Thailand, right?
Yeah.
But I gotta do all this paperwork in order to take my leave, take my vacation days, just to go to Thailand, just to spend my money that I earn. I gotta do all of this. Like I don't do drugs. I never liked it, even if I went in the military. It never was my thing. But like people in the States is getting high. They smoking weed or whatever, right? If you smoke marijuana in the military and you take a urinalysis or a P test and you fail it, they liable to kick you out for that. But in some states, like people are freely getting high, like freely smoking weed, and it's legal in their state or whatever, right? But in the military, it's federal, so you can't do it. So that like stuff like that is like stuff that you can't really get past it because it's like, man, you really wanna be your own person, but they kind of own you as far as like what you could do with your body, or like you can't get tattoos in certain places. If you get a tattoo in a certain place, then it's against like some of the military regulations or whatever, right? If you wanted to just get up and move, you can't just do that. Like you can't. Another thing you can't do, like you can't just quit. So like if I just want to wake up in the morning and say, hey, I quit, I don't want to be in the Army no more, it don't work like that. Like you got to get discharged. You got to get some type of separation paperwork in order for you to leave. If you try to leave without that, then your ass gonna go to jail. So that's one of the things that that's a con, but I guess it kind of comes with the territory. You know what you're signing up for. Like y'all know I'm not no recruiter. I used to be, but like I would never try to talk nobody in the military because of that. Like that's one of the cons that you got to deal with. Another con is like if you don't like having a boss, then the military not for you, because you gotta answer to so many people. And if you one of them people that really don't like to work for nobody or don't like to have to answer to nobody, then that's a con. Because like I didn't have trouble with that, to be honest, because I had like a real strict stepfather growing up, and like it was easy for me to kind of conform to military rules just because my stepdad, who never served one day in the military, he's extremely militant. So if that's one of your hang-ups, is that you don't like authority like that, then this shit is not for you. And that's one of the cons that I could think of if you're gonna join the military. Alright, I ain't want this video to be too long, so this probably gonna be the last con. But if y'all want, I'll make a part 2 of it. But like the big con that I could think of, that's like probably the biggest deal of it all, is like when war kick off and you gotta go, and you really can lose your life. Like that's why when I made that video about the girl crying in the video, I ain't mean to call her a girl, the young lady crying in the video or whatever about having to go to war, I ain't want to minimize how she felt, because like you could go over there and not never come back, and like it's like that's like a real reality. And like I always say, like I represent like a special part of the army or the military. I'm a support guy, so like I ain't out here kicking in doors and shooting at people and shit. And I mean, I've been in them situations, but like in my career now, I ain't doing none of that. So I ain't gonna sit up in front like I'm gonna be on the front lines, you know what I'm saying, shooting at people. But with that said, that's a real reality for a lot of soldiers, Marines, and Navy men and women and you know, Air Force people. That's a real reality. So that's probably the biggest con. If you ain't trying to do that, then this ain't for you. If you don't think it's a possibility that you're gonna do that, this ain't really for you. So I would say that's probably the biggest con. If you guys want me to do a part 2, or y'all want me to go more in depth than a couple of emails that y'all sent me, then I will do that. If y'all leave it in the comments or y'all send me a DM on Instagram, that I'll check it. I don't post on Instagram, but I do be checking it every now and then to see if somebody sent me a message or something. So just let me know what y'all need, and I got y'all. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.
Bye.